Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my segment all about job searching. So today's segment is an open forum Q&A, and it's all about job search, or if you need any career advice, feel free to drop it in the comments section. As always, I like to kick off the segment with you telling me where you are tuning in from. So let me know in the comment sections. Don't be afraid to introduce yourself, who you are, where you're tuning in from, and let me know in the comment section what questions you may have. I'm also going to open up the lines, meaning you can actually call in directly and ask me a question right now on this live. You don't have to type it in. So I'm going to share that link as well. If anybody wants to speak to me directly, you want me to troubleshoot your job search problems, you can do that by just simply hopping on the call with me today. So don't be afraid to hop on. So call in and ask your question to me as well. So just a disclaimer, I am using a third-party system, StreamYard. So if you want to call in and ask your question, you can call in directly live and ask me any questions. Lines that are not now open. I am going to kick off the segment with giving some I'm going to kick off the segment with going over and giving some advice and tips, and then you can call in. So you can call in right this moment and speak to me directly and get your questions answered by me directly. So you can hop on this call. You don't have to have your camera on. You don't have to have your camera on. So don't be shy. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Now, so I have some tips and advice for you today for your job search. And it's basically, someone said something really interesting to me the other day that I want to share, because this is my advice and tips in it, and I think it's so crucial to actually share this without disclosing person's name. Obviously, full disclosure, I'm not going to disclose who said what, but I've had this question, I've had this remark made to me by a few people, and then someone just did it the other day too. So I think it's I want to share this to give you advice on it as well, but show you what you should be doing and why it works. So someone said to me, and I've had a few people say this to me, you're sharing so much free advice, you're giving so much free tips, you do these lives, you are also doing free master classes. You shouldn't be giving free advice. You should be charging for your time. It's valuable. Every information you're sharing is valuable, and you should be charging for your time. So I appreciate someone looking out for me and saying that I should be charging. But here's the thing. The reason, this is you can see it's a strategic move, okay? And here's why it works and why there's so much benefit. Now, to one, it may seem like I'm giving out so much free advice and I'm not making money, which is not the case at all. I am making money. Full disclaimer, I do make money, but I'm building myself as a brand. I'm building myself as an expert, the go-to for, hey, you want to land a job in 60 days or less, you want to double and triple your income, you want to land high-paying salary job, then I'm the go-to person. I can't just keep screaming on top of my lungs that I'm the go-to person for this. If you want this, come to me, come to me, come to me. No one's gonna come to me, right? But if I instead turn it around, instead of just pitching and pitching and pitching and selling, instead I remove the pitching and remove the me aspect out of it, and instead I go and start adding value to anybody that's going to read my content or anybody that's watching my videos. I'm going to then in turn build a community. People are going to follow me. People are going to start paying attention to me. And when someone's ready for it and they understand that, I do need help, I'm going to be one of the first person that's going to pop in their mind and they're going to reach out to me, right? So that is a strategic move. And I've been doing this for years now. And this is what I learned when I became an entrepreneur, was that the only way to be successful for long term and get those clients is to actually first create awareness that I exist. And the best way to do that is to share content, but valuable add content. You need to add value to someone. So sharing and tips and advice is not you giving out anything for free. You are building a loyal base community. You're going to build followers, and then the right people will hire you. They will jump on the call with you. And that is my advice to you all, everyone that's on here on LinkedIn. Instead of, so I see this every day where so many people are frustrated with the job process. So frustrated that they're actually coming on LinkedIn and saying, I've applied to 300 jobs or 100 jobs. I got rejected 2, 3, 700 times before. Now I landed a job. Then I keep, or I've been struggling in my job search. I've applied to 200, 300 jobs, but I'm still keeping the faith and I'm hoping I will land a job. See, these posts, great. You'll see a lot of engagement on them, but that's not really adding value to somebody, okay? You're not going to attract the right employer to come and hire you or engage with you. The first step. So if anybody was on my master class, the first step I said to create a job lead funnel, like where you're attracting the leads, job leads to come to you, is to create awareness that you exist. And one of the best ways to create awareness that you exist is by utilizing the platform like Facebook. Sorry, not Facebook. LinkedIn. Sorry, wrong platform. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a business social networking platform. All employers are on LinkedIn. All hiring managers are on LinkedIn. It's the go-to platform when someone's looking for an expert, someone's looking to hire. They're all coming onto this platform. So you're missing the mark by not building your brand. Personal branding, this is also ties right directly into personal branding, right? So create awareness that you exist by adding value through writing content, sharing your tips and advice based on your expertise, based on the experience you have. And that will open so many doors for you. Not only will you land, you will attract the right clients. Like that's what I've been doing for years, ever since I became an entrepreneur. And that's what exactly I've been doing. So 2013. So that's exactly what I've been doing. And that's how I get clients. And the more I write content, the more I'm generating a lead magnet for myself, where people are reaching out to me directly in the DMs. And that's when my whole shift has happened in my business, where I'm not the one chasing and doing cold emails and cold reach to get customers or clients for my business. Instead, they're coming to me because I am every day consistently for years now writing content on LinkedIn. And I was doing it on all social media platform. I'm writing content, and that's what I teach as a career coach. So I'm calling myself a career success coach, because everybody that works with me gets success in terms of I'm setting you up for success long term, not just short term. The short term obviously is that you will land your dream job, and in 60 days you can increase and double to triple your base salary. But the key is, for long term, you are I'm going to set you up for success in your career for long term, to the point where you're never chasing. All the opportunities are coming to you. Even speaking engagements are coming to you. You're going to become the shout out expert in your field. When someone thinks of X problem, boom, we need this person because this person is talking about it. This person has been giving all these advice and tips. So you create awareness. The only way to create awareness is to be out there and be visible. And saying, hey, I'm not landing a job is not you being visible. DMing people and saying, give me a job, or write your cover letters and pitching yourself is not going to get you closer to what you want. Instead, add value, okay? So that's my tip and advice for today. And I will be sharing more tips and advice as the questions come in. So if you have questions for me, please drop it in the comment section. Also, the enrollments are now open for my coaching program that I've been running for 4 years, which has which has helped hundreds of career professionals land in their dream jobs and double and triple their incomes. I've been sharing my client success stories through LinkedIn. You can go and read my recommendations on LinkedIn as well. You can see the testimonials on the website as well. So if anybody is serious about landing their dream job, and if you are tired of being rejected, if you are tired of being overlooked, you are tired of being in a role that is not aligned with your true potentials, you are tired of being underpaid. If you are underpaid, you definitely want to reach out to me, because that's you shouldn't be underpaid. You should be getting paid your true worth. You should get paid what you're worth, and never take a penny less. And that's one of the things I do teach in my coaching program, the mental state, mental awareness. You're creating a self-worth awareness, why you need to tap into the power of your self-worth and recognize it and feel deserving. You deserve to be in your dream job. You deserve to be in a role that lights the passion in you, lights that fire in you. You feel like you're making an impact. You feel like you're living a purpose. You are delivering a purpose, right? You feel motivated to wake up every single day and go to work. We have one life to live. And in this pandemic, that's why there's a whole great resignation happened last year. And we're still seeing the effects of it. We're to the point where employers are struggling to find talent. So right now it's actually a candidate market. Right now is the perfect time to actually land your dream job and get paid top dollars, because companies are struggling right now to find talent. So if you strategically position yourself right now correctly, you can land a job in 30 days or even 60 days, less tops. With the right proven strategy. So if anybody wants to join my coaching program, feel free to join. I'm dropping the link. There's a website you can go and read as well. So let's get this going. So again, if you want to speak with me directly, hey, hop on the call, hop on this live with me and ask your questions directly. I invite anybody to hop on the call and get coached by me live on this call live. So hop on live. Okay, let's go through those questions. Okay, I'm Shivani from India. I've experience of 6.8 years in HR core recruitment and other journalist activities. I'm finding it very difficult to find a job in IT sector, as I have experience in different industries. No one goes up to capabilities or abilities, rather just reject because for non-prevalent IT experience. How should I cope this up? Changing my CV every now and day, kindly guide, because at times I just feel switching my career from HR. Thanks. So I'm a little bit confused. You're saying you have 6.8 years experience HR core recruitment and other journalist activities, but you're finding it difficult to find a job in IT sector. So Shivani, I'm trying to understand. I have some follow-up questions to make sure that I'm understanding your question. Are you leaving the HR and you're doing a career change? Because it sounds like it, so I don't want to make any assumptions here. So are you switching careers from HR and you want to go into the IT? So let me know. So before I can guide you, I need to get some clarification from you. Thank you. Hello, ma'am. How to grab internship opportunity in any field? Okay, I do have a little pet peeve. I don't like to be called ma'am. I hate it. Please address me by my first name. My name is Gurpreet. So just call me Gurpreet. Don't call me ma'am. I get it. It's a sign of respect. Okay, so you want to grab internship Bargav. Guys, when you let me give you a little bit of framework on how to when you're asking your questions. Please let me know where you are tuning in from. So what country you're tuning in from, because that will give me a good understanding, right? I don't want to misguide anybody, because I've never worked, though I've coached people around the world, but like, for example, India, I don't really know how things are done in India. I've never worked in India. I don't know how the recruitment works there, right? So I want to then be upfront and say, hey, I don't know this country and how it operates, but here's what I would do. Here's my tips and advice. So again, I'm just want to share tips and advice, but I can better guide you if I know where you're situated from. And then try to give me as much background knowledge from your question so I can better understand. Now, for internship, opportunity in my field is cold mailing good because I've heard both positive and negative thoughts about that. Can please share your views on this? Great question. Is cold reach good? Yes, it is. So, you know, you'll get mixed reviews on cold reach because it depends on the approach, right? So someone was reaching out, for example, if you're doing a cold email reach where you're saying you're introducing yourself and you're saying you're a student and you want to get an internship, reach out to me. Yes, that's going to not be that successful. That strategy, like that approach, is not going to yield the most conversion rate for you. Okay. So if you want to get the most conversion rate in terms of the most responses, if you want to get hit like 8 out of 10, right? Like let's say you reach out to 10 companies on LinkedIn, and you want to cold email them to get a job opportunity or even an internship, you have to have a game plan. You have to have a strategy. Simply just pitching yourself, and this is where I see people going wrong, right? And that's what I said earlier today, earlier in my segment, was that everybody's making it about me, 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 me. And honestly, that doesn't get you anywhere. That's not going to give you the most conversion rate to what you want, right? So that's why we do, like, that's why it's so important to sit strategically, sit there for a second and ask yourself, well, why should someone respond to me? I always lead with this. Even myself, when I'm reaching out, if I ever reach out to people, I first gonna sit there and ask myself, why should this person respond back to me? Why should they? They don't know me. So you need to get intentional with your approach, and you need to ask yourself, why should they care? Why should they reach out to me? And if your answer is, well, they should care because I want an internship, no, because that's a benefit to you. But what's the benefit? What's in it for them? That's a simple way. Let's look at it, right? What's in it for them? Your approach has to be all centered around making them the sole focus. Make them the sole focus in your message and forget about you. If you don't know how to do this, and this is what I do teach in my career coaching program, this is how I have successfully helped people do cold mailing reach to the point where they end up getting interviews and they got the job even without the job ever being posted. You have to use a strategic approach, and the best strategic approach to getting someone to respond back to you is by making it all about them and not about you. Hope that helps. I'm here in India, but expecting my visa for PR soon in some months. Will I face the same industry issues in Canada? Again, I need to know, Shivani, I need to know, are you switching careers? Are you going to face that whole objection? Yes, a lot of newcomers do face the objection of no Canadian experience, but I've successfully helped newcomers land six-figure jobs, depending on their experience. Obviously, I've successfully helped tons of newcomers land their first dream job in Canada without ever hearing no Canadian experience rejection. So feel free to reach out to me. I have 12 years experience, but because of career line change, I'm starting as a fresher. How can I use that work experience as my advantage during the interview? So you're starting fresh. Okay. So this one, I can give you some tips and advice, but your situation's unique. In order for me to properly help you where you get what you want, I need to speak with you. I need to understand your background. So this is what I mean by strategic approach, right? To get results, everything is strategically done. Like I can give you tips and advice. Like you have 12 years experience. In what though? So now I don't know your background. So first I need to understand what is that 12 years experience that you have and where are you going? In order for me to properly even give you some guidance today, I actually need to understand what is your 12 years experience and where you like, what is the career change that you're doing? So Kayati, I need that information first. That's why I'm going to encourage you to call anybody. Please call me. I can help you faster by you hopping on the call and asking me a question directly, and that way I can, you know, do the follow-up right on the spot. So don't be shy. Take advantage, guys. Take the advantage of this free coaching that I'm willing to coach by you hopping on the call with me. So take full advantage of this, okay? So drop the link, guys. Hop on the call. No, I was into manufacturing industry and now want to switch into IT sector. Okay, Shivani, I understand that you're switching sectors, but are you switching your career? Sectors doesn't matter. The sector doesn't really matter. Are you going from manufacturing HR to IT HR? I need to understand that. Or are you leaving HR and going into the IT field? Forget the industry. I need to know, are you switching career fields? I'm from Canada, Ontario. Great. I was into manufacturing industry and now want to switch to IT. Profile remains same. Okay, so you want to stay, you want to be in HR, but you want to move. Okay, I get it now. You want to just change industry. Changing industries and manufacturing. Okay, you actually have I think anybody that works in manufacturing has the most advantage because the situations you've dealt with are unique. Now, the key is positioning yourself to be like, a lot of employers might object the fact that you don't have IT experience. It's up to you to showcase how your experience aligns with any industry, because HR is HR. You're dealing with human beings. I don't like when companies make this whole big issues, or, well, you don't come from the same industry. Who cares? You have an advantage that you don't come from the same industry because you're going to bring in new, fresh perspectives and ideas. The key here is how you position it, though. If you're just positioning yourself as the manufacturing HR expert, yes, you're going to get overlooked. But if you position yourself as an HR, well-rounded HR that can work in any industry, and how an IT company can benefit from your expertise, there has to be a benefit for them to hire you. Hope that makes sense. My past year's skills and experience is in hindrance in getting an entry-level job. I need to know more information, Gayatri. 12 years experience in education management, moving to project management. Okay, so you are going from education management to project management. Now ask yourself, the 12 years experience that you do have in education management, how many projects have you led? How many projects did you manage? Because reality is we are all working on projects, right? Some avenue of our jobs roles do like we do end up working on different projects. We're implementing new processes. It's a project, right? So you want to look at the 12 years experience you have and look at all of it to where you worked on projects. So again, you manage education, but how many projects did you lead? How many projects were you involved in? Because that's what we want to showcase, right? So when you're changing fields, you need to position you need to showcase how you can't just talk on education, right? You can use also you need to change your job titles in each of the positions on your resume to line with project management, right? Maybe you were a project coordinator, maybe you coordinated projects, maybe you led projects, right? So the key to the success here is to pull out every experience in the 12 years that strictly aligns with project management, and then remove everything else. And when you're going on interviews, you only want to talk on the projects. I would love to work with you, Gayatri, because I can truly help you transition successfully into project management. I've helped people change careers. I have people going from one career to another career and not dropping and not starting from entry level. This is the biggest misconception. People think that when they're changing careers, they need to go and start from an entry level. No, please, 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 anybody listening out there, Gayatri, you too, please, please, please do not dismiss the 12 years experience you have and go to the bottom and start from the bottom. You don't need to start from the bottom. What we need to do is leverage your 12 years to show you have project management experience equivalent to 10 years or 5, 10, 12 years. You need to do a parallel change so that you don't drop in the salary. Your 12 years experience is a benefit to a company, to the right company. We need to position you to the right company and line you with the right company that's going to see that as an advantage, and you don't start from entry level. You do a parallel move and you get the salary you need to be at. I would love to work with you. DM me. How to get a HR job if someone has 7 years in Indian experience? How would you help in getting a job? How would you help? I help through my coaching programs. Okay. So first, let's address your question, the first part. You have 7 years of experience. It doesn't matter where your experience comes from. The key is when you're immigrating to a new country, what you want to do is you want to first learn the ins and outs of that industry, especially if you're HR, because I'm HR. So this is right up my expertise because I'm an HR expert for 15 years. You need to be successful in landing a job in HR. Could you say that again? You need to learn the laws. You need to learn employment laws. Without that, you will not be successful in landing the exact 7-year level role, right? I would hate for you to come to Canada and start from zero, because that's what you are going to be told if you go to the government funded agencies and you go to those employment centers. That is what they're going to tell you, that you need to start from zero. You need to go get Canadian experience. That is the wrong information. Those employment centers, majority of them are misguiding newcomers to Canada. It's such a shame that government's spending so much money in these employment centers, and a lot of the new immigrants are being misguided because it all ends up who you end up getting as a career counselor, a career consultant, or job consultant coach at those employment centers. The majority of them have never worked in the corporate world from what I've seen. And a lot of them are giving wrong advice, and so many immigrants are being misguided through these employment centers, and then they end up getting survivor jobs. They're telling them to get any job to get the Canadian experience, and that's the wrong approach. Okay, you don't need to do a bridging program. Save your money, $500-$600. Sometimes those bridging programs can be free. If it's free, take it. You don't need to do a bridging program. Here's what you need to do before you even immigrate. So Himanshu, I know you haven't even landed in Canada. You need to start educating yourself on the employment laws here in Canada right this moment. And it's called Google. Do your homework and research. Understand the industry that you're going to, like, how does your industry, so if you're HR, how does HR work in Canada? What are the laws, the employment laws? You need to know. That's going to be the key to your success. Company culture. How are corporate cultures different in Canada versus in India, right? So you need to understand that dynamic. In the end of the day, we're dealing with people, and that experience doesn't change. Human resource experience, actually any industry anyone's from, experience is experience regardless of what country you got it from. The key to success is how you position it to in the Canadian market, so the Canadian companies are seeing that as an advantage that they're going to get from you. I've helped newcomers land even in HR, so love to work with you, but the key to success is to start before you even come to Canada. You don't want to come to Canada. Like, I had a newcomer, they weren't even newcomers. They know where they got their PR, they booked their flight, so they knew when they were coming to Canada. And this is the best advice. I love what this individual does. He was proactive. He didn't wait until he came to Canada. He started his search before coming to Canada, meaning he understood that he's gonna need help. And if he wants to land a job by the minute he gets to Canada, within 30 days in a month, he's gonna need someone to guide him and coach him in getting it. So he started looking for career coaches, and he narrowed down to 3, and I was one of them. Long story short, he ended up hiring and going with me. And he started the program before he even boarded the plane of the flight. And then he came to Canada while the program was still running, my coaching programs. He signed up for my coaching program while in India. I think by the second or third coaching class, he was already here in Toronto. And with it, before the program even came to end, within 30 days, he landed 6-figure salary job, paying him $65 an hour. Newcomer, never had to hear no Canadian experience. That's the power of strategic approach. Okay. So I would love to work with you. Ma'am, I'm doing good in building material industry. But I'm thinking of change the industry. Changing the industry will be correct decision or not. I am not the right person to tell you if changing the industry is going to be correct for you or not. You are the right person to make that decision for yourself. I encourage you to look deep inside with yourself, look into your soul, and ask yourself, what is it that you want? You are fully capable of making this decision, Manjeet. And everybody that's listening to this, I want you to know, don't be afraid to make your decisions. Don't look at other people to give you advice on what you should do in terms of just making a decision for your life, for your career. People can just share their perspectives, right, from where they are in their life, and that's not always the right advice you're gonna get, because they're not in your shoes and they're not gone through your experience. For example, when I became an entrepreneur, you know how many people told me not to become an entrepreneur? Because those people didn't do it. I think everybody told me not to do it. You're crazy. Don't do it. I didn't listen to anybody because that's something I wanted. I did it. And I told myself, what's the worst? It would not work out. I would learn and I go back to the corporate world, or it will work out. I have nothing to lose, but so much to gain. And I'm glad I did that. I've never looked back. I wouldn't be here today in front of you guys if I didn't take that leap of faith. You need to take the leap of faith. You need to trust yourself. You need to, and that's the key. If you can't even trust yourself to make this decision about, shall I change industry or not? Would it be the correct decision for me? Then why should a company hire you? Because companies are hiring you and trusting you to make the right decisions in troubleshooting the problems, right? They're going to lean on you for your inputs. And if you can't even make that decision, then why would the company's going to not have faith in you? So please, please, please believe in yourself and take the leap that you want to. Don't listen to anybody. Only listen to your heart. Tune into your heart and ask your heart, what do you want? Your heart will never guide you or misguide you. Other people can't, because they're just they're just giving you advice from the journey they've been on and from their perspective, right? But every single one of us have our own journeys and our own path. So keep that in mind, Manjeet. You have your own journey and everyone's journey is different. But please tune in to your heart. Sit there quietly and tune in to your heart, and your heart will guide you where you need to go next. And trust it. Hope that helps, Manjeet. How to get one in Latin Canada. So I already answered that question for you. I have 10 years of experience in the maintenance department. How can I get a job in Canada? Jogesh, so do you have PR? That's my follow-up question. Like, do you have PR? If anybody out there that's looking to immigrate to Canada, the best people to work with are immigration consultants. I'm not an immigration consultant. It's not my expertise. I don't touch it. I don't know anything about immigration, nor do I have any knowledge about it. So if anybody's looking to immigrate, your best bet is to work with a licensed immigration consultant. They can properly guide you on this matter, not me. You don't Himansu, you don't need to take law courses. You can take a law course. It's called the HR Law Certificate. Again, I don't know where in Canada you're coming. Are you coming to Toronto? If you're coming to Toronto, HRPA does an HR Law Certificate from Osgood Law School. You can take up that. But what I told you to do is Google. You can learn the employment law for free. It's called Google. Google and look at Canadian employment laws and read the laws. So in, for example, Employment Standards Act, Labor, Health and Safety, Occupational Health and Safety Act. So read it. Don't be afraid. See, I'm going to give one advice here to everybody. You got to be resourceful. Okay? Don't be the smartest person in the room, but be the most resourceful person. And resourcefulness starts with being able to find what you need in sense of navigating. Like if you need, like I'm saying, you know, hey, go and Google and Canadian employment law and learn it. And now this person is asking me, for example, this person's like has so many questions, what course to take. You know, again, I'm giving you a starting point, go run with it. And then I'm not here to tell you which courses to take, because that's not my decision to make. I'm not going to tell you to take any courses, because it's not about courses. It's about researching and learning the industry. So every one of you guys actually should be learning your industries. You need to master your craft. You need to learn your industry. You need to understand what's going on. This is for everybody. Listen to podcasts in your field. Attend free webinars. So Himanshu, go to hr.com, hr.ca, hr.com. There's another website called humanresourcestoday.com. Tons of free webinars are happening. Tons of free blogs are written in your space. In every industry, in every space, there are tons of blogs being written. There's tons of podcasts. There are tons of free webinars. And all this is free. All of it's free. Hence why be the most resourceful person. Because there's tons of resources available for free. And the way to master your craft and stay ahead of the game is to know what's happening right now in this present moment in your field. Experts, people in your industries are sharing their advice. There's through blogs, through podcasts, through webinars. So learn. So do you provide courses? I provide career coaching courses, and I run a coaching program. I provide courses on how to write a resume, how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So those are e-courses that I put together, and you take out your self-paced, and it's self-study. And then I run a coaching program. So I've dropped, the enrollments are now open for my group coaching program that's helped hundreds of people land their dream jobs, even as a new immigrant. Land their dream jobs, and double and triple their incomes within 60 days or less. Feel free to sign up. Manjeet, you have 12 years experience. Sorry, what was your question? I need to go back up. I'm doing good in building material industry, but I'm thinking to change industry. Sales is sales. Sales is sales. So if you know how to sell, if you're a great salesperson, know how to close, it doesn't matter what product you're selling. It's all about what you're selling, right? Your approach, your strategy around it. Again, I think every single one of you guys can benefit from listening to podcasts in your field, following people in your field. For sales, I know a couple of great salesperson in my connections that share tons of great valuable information and sharing such great tips and advice on sales. Jen is one of them. Now I'm like, I can't even think. There's another great person in sales. Oh, Sandy Zen recruits for sales. She's in my network. By the way, I do share in my coaching program, I also share jobs from my network as well. And that's the other advantage of being in the program. I would be sharing jobs from my network as well. Who's this? I forgot this guy's name. He was on my, I'm going on my LinkedIn. Okay, he's not coming. I forgot his name. This guy's an amazing salesperson. He teaches sales. He's a sales coach teaching salespeople. Of course, when you need something, doesn't pop up. You know what? DM me, Manjeet, so that I can send this to you. I don't want to take up other people's time, but if you DM me, I can share who to connect with when it comes to the sales. So follow sales people, Manjeet, right? You're in sales. Listen to sales podcasts. Attend sales webinars. Read blog posts in sales. Follow sales people that are sharing advice, that shows sales experts on LinkedIn. There's tons of people sharing such great advice, tips and advice on in every field. So take that step to follow that content, right? So I hope that helps. Okay, last call for anybody that has any questions, drop them in the comment section. If anybody wants to hop on the call, you can call in and ask me any question. If anybody wants to speak to me directly right now, you can hop on this live. You don't have to turn your camera on if you don't want to. I've dropped the link. Let's see who is available to hop on. I would love, if anybody wants to speak to me directly, just simply hop on and ask me any question you may have, or if you want to get coached with me right now. Okay, so I've dropped the link. Feel free to hop on the call and ask me any questions. You are welcome, Manjeet. Would you like to offer HR job to me? Nope, I would not. See, here's what not to do. Don't ask for a job, right? No one's going to offer you a job by you simply asking for a job, okay? Again, there needs to be a strategic approach. So showcase the value you bring to the table. Ask people. Don't ask people to give you a job. That's how, the reason I say this is it sounds desperate when you're asking for a job and you just kind of dropped your what's the right word? Like if when you, like, nobody likes someone who's desperate, right? Instead, what you want to showcase is the value someone's going to get, the benefit someone's going to get. We are all driven by, if we get a benefit out of it, if we're going to get something out of it, we're going to do it. If we're not going to get something out of it, we're not going to do it. And that's buyer psychology, right? That's how people make hiring decisions too. For some, like positions, this is why positions also get created in the job in companies, and that's also known like that's, if a position got created, meaning if there's a right candidate and the manager can see that they're going to benefit from this individual's expertise, their knowledge, and their capabilities and their talents, they will create a role specifically for that person and hire them. That does happen. Okay, so that's why it's so important. That's why when I started this segment, I said was, hey, instead of saying me, do what I'm doing. Start sharing your knowledge, give advice, give tips. Start sharing your advice, your knowledge by writing content on LinkedIn. And if you don't know how to do this, I teach this in my coaching program. Okay, come and join it. I will teach you exactly, if you want to learn how to land a job, how to make more money in your career, and land those jobs that are perfectly aligned with you, get companies to chase you, you become the most sought out career professional, join my coaching program. That's what I teach. That's what I'm an expert in. So if you want more help, then join the program. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here because I don't see any more questions coming in. There's tons of ways, guys. I'm gonna say you are in a full driver's seat of your career. You are fully in power of your life, your career, and where you want it to go. Okay. If you don't know how to do something, something's not working out. For example, so I'll share something personal. When I became an entrepreneur, was I successful right off the bat when I became a full-time entrepreneur? No. Heck, I didn't even know how to sell. That's the truth. And that's why today I can stand here in front of you and say selling is the way for you to be successful, because that's what I learned. That's what I've mastered. I wouldn't say I master sales, but that's what I've learned and that's what I teach. Without sales, we can't get those job offers. So instead of me going, and I was doing what normally anyone would do, pitch me, right? And that wasn't working out. I wasn't landing clients at all. It wasn't working out. So what I did was, okay, I'm obviously doing something wrong. And here's what I'm going wrong. I don't know how to sell. I don't know how to market myself. So what did I do? I started looking into sales and marketing. And I started I started attending sales and marketing webinars that were targeted towards entrepreneurs. From there, I invested money. I know this. This is not. It's not working out for me. Here's what I need. I need sales, but how do I go get it? Right? I don't know how to go get it. So I need to learn. I need to know the how. So I went and looked and started searching, and then I started attending. I invested money and attended in webinars, master classes. I spend money on coaching programs. I have a sales coach. I've been working with her since 2019 now. So everything in my path led me, but that's because I was self-aware of what I need. And this is where I think a lot of people are missing the mark. A lot of people are not self-aware that they don't know how to do something, but they need to, because that's what's going to get them the result they want. And then, well, let me go and get the help I need. And when I say go get the help, hire whatever the help looks like, coach, master classes, whatever. If you don't know how to do something, and that's why I'm sharing something personal, is that I didn't know how to do sales. I didn't know how to do marketing because I was an HR person. Now I'm transitioning into that was a big move, right? Leaving a corporate job with stable money to no stability. But that lit the fire in me, like I was gonna say, under my butt to go, because I have zero money coming in, right? Sure, I have savings, but I can't live off my savings forever. So that lit the fire in me and made me more aggressive in what I wanted to make it, because I don't want to fail. But the failure taught me was, okay, I was able to, okay, this is not working out for me. I'm not getting, I was doing cold email reach, and I'm like, obviously that's something I'm doing wrong. So being self-aware, you need to be self-aware to the point, well, if I'm sending this message and no one's replying back to me, and I send it to 10 people and 0 people replied back to me, you should be self-aware to the point where you need to stop and say, well, this is not working. This message that I'm sending is not working, and I'm clear. I need to know. This is not working. So what will work? And then you sit there, well, do you know what will work? But the answer is no, because if you knew what it worked, you would get that response, right? You would land those job interviews. So I was so self-aware that this is not working. What I'm thinking is not working. So I clearly don't know what to do. I need to know what to do, and I need to go hire the right person to teach me how to do it. So I started looking at experts who taught sales to entrepreneurs, right? So I went very niche because my need was different. I'm an entrepreneur. I need to know how to sell myself, my services. I needed to learn marketing, social media. I learned so much. And that's why I don't ever regret being an entrepreneur, because I learned sales, I learned marketing, I learned branding, I learned social media marketing. And that's why here I am today. And that's why I teach all this to career professionals too, because when I started doing it for my business, I saw success. And then I had that haha moment. like, oh my God, I should have been doing this as a career professional as well. And I could have amplified, even though my career grew really fast too, but I probably could have grown much more faster if I knew exactly how to sell and market and position myself as the go-to HR that any company would want. So that's what I'm telling you guys. That's why my solutions are not typical other career coaches solutions, right? Have a resume, have a LinkedIn profile. If you look at all the career coaches, you will quickly come to see, if you do analysis on the career coaches out there, you will quickly come to learn that my techniques and approaches are so different from all other career coaches out there, because I don't focus on resume and LinkedIn profile as being the sole focus on landing a job. What I'm teaching, what I focus on, sales, marketing, positioning yourself, right? Getting clarity, positioning yourself, positioning, marketing, and selling. Okay? You can market yourself. You can have the most amazing resume. You can have the most amazing LinkedIn profile. You could probably even have employers reaching out to you. But if you can't convert those interviews into job offers, you're not a closer. You're losing out, right? So hence, it's all the sales process. Job searching, landing job opportunities is all about sales process. It's all about sales. You can have the most amazing marketing campaign, but if you suck in sales, you can't close those sales, you're not going to land a job. Okay, so those are my ending remarks for today. I hope this has benefited you in any way. Again, my doors are open now to my coaching program. Feel free. Hey, if you want to land those jobs, enroll in my coaching program. Here's the link. I'm dropping the link for everybody, and feel free to message me, DM me, if you have any questions about the coaching program. If you want to work with me, I'm happy to hop on a Zoom call and do a call with you. Okay, so thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and have a great weekend. I'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye.